Hey, we're back with another episode of Living in Columbus, Ohio, and today we're going to talk about the 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus real estate market today. So sit back, relax, grab a bag of popcorn, and let's go get it. Hey everyone, I'm Brad Winter, and if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. I hope you learn a ton of information about the Columbus metro and surrounding areas. If you've been here before, welcome back. I always appreciate my followers tuning in. Regardless, if you could go ahead and tap on that subscribe button below, click on the bell, and give us a like. That's gonna notify the viewers every time we drop one of these videos. And in these videos, I talk about everything that you need to know about working, eating, living, breathing, playing, and everything that you could imagine about the Columbus metro or surrounding areas. Now, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Ohio, and as much as I love doing these videos for you guys, and believe me, I really do, I would love nothing more to help you with your real estate needs. So if you are moving here, if you're thinking about relocating, if you already live here, make sure you pick up the phone, give me a call, shoot me a text message, whatever you gotta do, even leave a comment below. I'm gonna be the guy that has your back when it comes to all things real estate related in the Columbus metro or surrounding areas, so make sure you get a hold of me. So in today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus real estate market today. And why today? Because if you've been anywhere but underneath a rock for the last 6 to 8 months, you know the real estate market has been changing rapidly. So the information I give you today, it might be different a week from now, it might be different 2 weeks from now, but you're gonna get a general idea of what's going on in the market. So let's get after it. Coming in at number 1 on our list of the top 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus real estate market is appreciation has been bananas. In 2019, the median home price was right around $209,000. And just a few short years later, we ended 2022 with a median home price of $290,000. And in 2022, that was actually up about 11.5% from the previous year. So as you can see, appreciation over the last 3 years has been absolutely crazy. Experts are saying in Columbus, we're gonna see about a 5% increase in home prices in 2023. So we're still gonna get solid appreciation. Now, for you as a seller, that is awesome. A homeowner, you are gaining equity in your home. If you're a home seller, you're gonna still be able to cash out and make a substantial amount of money. And for you as a buyer, it is more important than ever to get in while you can so you can ride some of this appreciation wave. So something to think about in 2023, whether you are a seller or a buyer, is you can expect real estate appreciation to continue to rise here in the Columbus, Ohio market. Number 2 on our list of the top 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus real estate market is it's a buyer's market, but not really. And see, why I say that is a lot of people out there think, oh my gosh, interest rates are sky high. There's this going on, there's that going on. Sellers aren't gonna be able to sell their homes, so they think that it's a buyer's market. Now, in some cases, it is a buyer's market, and we're gonna talk about that. So when it comes to new construction, you see this all over the place, whether it's locally or nationally. Home builders have a ton of inventory, whether that is lots they haven't built on or spec homes that they started building and they cannot sell, or it's taking longer to sell. So in that instance, it is a buyer's market. Here locally, you should see some of the incentives that these home builders are giving buyers. I recently had a client get almost a $60,000 credit that they used towards a rate buy down from the home builder. You're seeing things such as now they're going to finish your basement for you, and in years past that wasn't part of, that was a package, that they weren't doing those types of things, or if they were doing those things, it was something that you had to pay extra for. Now an incentive is, hey, we'll frame, you'll drywall, we'll put carpet, we'll paint your basement for you. Right? You're also seeing incentives when it comes to upgrades and design elements. Builders, they were real tough for the last 2 or 3 years, and they didn't let buyers hardly do anything without nickel and diming them for every upgrade. Well, because of where the rates are, because of how the housing market has changed a little bit, now they're offering upgrade incentives, whether it's $10,000 or $20,000, whatever that may be. They are doing everything that they possibly can to get buyers to buy their new builds. So in that case, it is a buyer's market. Another, quote unquote kind of buyer's market opportunity that it would be is homes that have been sitting on the market for a while because maybe they are priced incorrectly. So here's something interesting. The days on market in January of 2023 was around 31 days. In 2022, our average days on market was 18. So a couple things, obviously, even if the home is priced correctly right now, buyers, maybe they're being a little bit more careful or they're not rushing to make an offer. That could be some of it. But I personally think it's because sellers, they missed the boat. And so they're trying to make up for it. And so they're pricing their house maybe 10 or 15 or sometimes 20% too high. And then their home is sitting for a while. And so if you are a buyer and you are maybe not wanting to compete with multiple offers, you're not able to compete, or you're looking for a deal, being able to go to these homes that have been sitting on the market for a while is going to be an incredible opportunity for you. So, in that case, when things have been sitting on the market, you can now do inspections. You can ask for fixes. You can ask for seller credits. You can start to do all these things and negotiate the deal where 8 months or a year ago or 18 months ago, you weren't able to do those things. So that is another opportunity for buyers and, to be considered a buyer's market. Another avenue, if you will, is homes that need work. So I know when I was out with clients or I was even listing clients' home, if it needed a ton of work, things were still flying off the market because people didn't care. They were like, I'll get in, low interest rate, fix this up. They were looking at what appreciation, this is a great buy, sweat equity into it, and I'll have a ton of equity later on down the road. So things were flying off the market, didn't even matter what condition it is. Now I have been going in more and more homes that need so much work and they're just sitting around. They're sitting, and that is another opportunity for you as the buyer in this potential buyer's market. So coming in at number 2 on the list, like I said, a buyer's market, but kind of, not really. That's for you to decide, and every opportunity is going to be different, and every situation will kind of determine whether you're getting a deal or not in today's market. All right, number 3 on our list comes in at a seller's market. It definitely can be. So tip number 2, we talked about it being a potential buyer's market for some scenarios. In my opinion, it's still a seller's market in some cases, and I'm going to tell you all about those. So I believe that if you are a seller in this market, you could potentially still be in the driver's seat. Now it's going to be around a few different things. So remember how I said at the beginning of the video that things change rapidly. So interest rates, they change like the stock market. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think last time I looked, it was in the high 5s. It could be in the high 6s tomorrow. Things just change so quick. So depending on when you are going to potentially list your home as a seller, it could be a great thing because interest rates could be dropping back into more, 30-year averages, or it could be not so great thing if they creep up in those high 6s, 7s again, then doesn't really become a wonderful market for a seller, even though I still think it was a good time to sell your house and there's still plenty of buyers out there. If you are a seller and we're talking about this potentially still being a seller's market, one thing that makes it a seller's market right now is if you price your home correctly today, for today's consumer, today's buyer, in today's market, then you will sell your home and you will sell it quick. I have been so slammed right now with, we have listings coming up and I'm out with buyers and I'm walking into homes that are beautiful. They're in great school districts and they're move-in ready. You don't have to do a thing. And the house is packed. 10 people at a time, 15 people. The open houses are slammed. I was in Upper Arlington this past weekend and on a $700,000 house, they had over 30 showings. And when I was at the open house, I was probably, one of 20 groups touring the home and the house needed work. So again, it was priced correctly and it was in a good school district. So if you are a seller, you got to think about that. Like, does my house need work? If not, great, you're in the driver's seat. Is it priced correctly for today's market? If it is, wonderful. You're more than likely going to get multiple offers. And something to also remember, whether it's fair or not, a lot of people care about school districts. So when you're moving from different cities and you have kids care about their education, you're looking at what schools are going to be the best fit for them. So homes that are move-in ready, priced correctly, and in good schools, they're going to have multiple offers most likely on it. I'm seeing it right now. So that is why I still think it's an opportunity to be a seller's market. Reason number 4 of the top 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus real estate market is that the Columbus housing market is going to remain strong in 2023. So everything that the industry experts have been predicting, that Columbus is actually going to be a top 15 real estate market nationally in 2023. Why is this? Well, Columbus, if you think about where Columbus is, where it's going, and where it's been, we have a really strong job sector. We're still a very affordable city compared to the national averages. And we have things in here such as Engel that is coming. Amazon is already here and keeps building. You have the new Honda factory that's going in. We've got hospitals all over the place that are building. If you drive on 315, on 670, you will see cranes all over this city, whether they're building new developments or hospitals or warehouses, whatever you think, they're building. And it's been crazy here for a while. So that's why I think the Columbus housing market is going to remain strong in 2023. And also, we have a lack of inventory, right? So we're not seeing all this inventory sitting around and it driving prices down. Inventory is still really, really thin. And so you are getting a lot of buyers out in the market right now. The holiday season is over. The shock of where the interest rates is over. People need to buy homes. They want to buy homes. And so you were getting tons of buyers out. And so they keep driving up the prices, driving up the competition. So I believe that the Columbus housing market is actually going to stay strong in 2023. So if you're a seller, this is a good thing for you. I would highly suggest taking advantage of it if you need to make a move or if you're looking to downsize. And if you're a buyer, you need to get in right now. Coming in at last but not least, reason number 5 of the 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus, Ohio real estate market is you need to get off the sidelines. And why do you need to know that? So as the year is going to go on, there are going to be more than likely more and more buyers enter the market here locally, especially if interest rates keeps holding steady or if they start going down. You will see more and more buyers enter the market. So if you're somebody that's sitting on the sidelines and you're not sure what to do, first of all, you've got to get a hold of me. I'm gonna help you out. If you're somebody who's like, I'm just gonna wait for this epic crash, or parents said don't buy a house right now, it's too expensive, I would strongly encourage you to reach out to me. Whoever it needs to be, you need to reach out to and get some really sound advice of what's going on here locally. Nationally, different markets are different. The luxury market, like in LA and all those kind of big places, they're taking a little bit of a hit right now. But here locally, we are seeing home prices hold steady, a lack of inventory, and a bunch of competition still in the marketplace. So you need to get off the sidelines and get going if you are somebody that wants to buy a house here in 2023. Also, why you should get off the sidelines. What happens when, what are builders gonna do when interest rates creep down? There's more and more demand coming. They're starting to get more and more people calling about new builds. They're gonna take away those incentives. These guys are in it to make money, bottom line, right? They are a business, which is great. They should make money. So they are gonna take away those incentives as the year more than likely goes on if they start moving their inventory. Now, if they don't move their inventory, that's another story, but I'm gonna believe, and I'm gonna hedge my bet that second, maybe probably third to fourth quarter, if rates hold steady, if rates are a little bit lower, these guys are gonna pull those incentives. So it's important that if you are looking at new build options or you want to look at new build options, please, let's talk. If you are a seller right now, I would say list your house. We don't know what next year is going to be, 2024. We don't know what 2025 can be. We have some good assumptions. I actually think they're probably going to be really, really strong for the real estate market. but we just don't know. So if you are somebody that's thinking about downsizing, if you have to relocate, maybe you have a second home you want to move to, whatever it is, and you want to take advantage of what's going on in the marketplace right now, then I would suggest get off the sidelines. Let's list your house, right? Let's take advantage of grabbing that cash and going to put it to work somewhere else, especially if you really don't need the house that you're in right now, or maybe your job circumstances are changing and you need to get rid of it. All in all, I just think that it's never a bad time to get into real estate. Now, obviously, your financial situation will determine what you can do, but as you can see, Columbus real estate market is extremely strong, and it appears that it's going to stay that way through the rest of this year, and I believe in 2024 and 2025. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 things that you need to know about the Columbus, Ohio real estate market today. If you're thinking about making a move here, if you're relocating, or if you already live here and you want help with your real estate needs, make sure you pick up the phone, give me a call, shoot me a text message, fire off an email, whatever you got to do, make sure you do it, because I'm going to have your back when it comes to all things real estate related here in the Columbus metro or surrounding areas. And I thank you again for tuning into this episode. It's always a pleasure, and I will see you next week on another episode of Living in Columbus, Ohio.